Good evening, everyone. It's just good to have you on board. Let's just see that everybody's ready and going. Perfect. Right. Well, welcome to the Vision Life Zoom this evening. It's lovely to have you on the call with us. My name is Nola McDermott, and the first thing I want to do is introduce you briefly to our supplier, who is Neolife. They have, for the past 65 years, been partnering with entrepreneurs in the health and the wellness industry. It's a business opportunity on time. We're living in exciting times where it's valuable to have a mindset of an entrepreneur. And entrepreneurs are able to pivot with open minds. And I think that's exciting. And they on their mind is, okay, what's next? What's the next thing? Let's do it. And and we roll with the times, and it's actually often very good for us. So, we constantly are having to face changes in life. For some, they can be the best times, and for others, it can be the worst times. And there's just no doubt that times are difficult for many families, but despite a lot of negatives, we have hope, we have opportunity, which I truly believe we have here. As a team, we really like to do life together and uplift one another. It's just wonderful. A little bit about our story. Decades ago, Rory and I were in a pivotal time, 2 years into our marriage. And we were introduced to Neolife business concept of network marketing. And to get involved was the best decision we've ever made. We were able to plug into a proven business system. With necessity products, we were tired of the corporate world. We'd started our own business, which wasn't doing great. And so we found this community which we plugged into. And we've had the most wonderful 50 years of freedom, of fun, of financial blessings. There's so many things that we've done that we wouldn't have done if we'd had our own business as we planned. And we've traveled extensively with our two children. But above all, we've found a purpose and a passion in being part of uplifting other families through Neolife. And we still live with that purpose and passion. So basically, Neolife, who are they? What are they? They are a company that have a number of scientists who are committed to help fight chronic disease that appears to be plaguing the world. And their solutions are very clear, very clear. Whole food heals. So their philosophy is that our health products are based in nature, which is backed by science. We have a catalog here with around about 100 products in it. And there are the scientists that you can meet here. The scientists' message to us is doing what is right and providing us with a history of sustainable business practices, recyclable packaging, and eco-friendly decision making that has just never wavered and stays the same. Their range of non-caustic cleaning products blends in with the nutrients. These cleaning products help keep our homes free from toxins and our land less polluted. They were on the market way before their time. And our skincare is organic, it's vegan, and it's made and tested in France. And that is important because what we put on our skin is absorbed. So because it's organic, there's no caustics or toxins going in. And so, we feel incredibly privileged to be, together with all our distributors, the messengers from these very honorable scientists. You know, our products can also replace many, many products we're currently using from stores. And this saves us money and in many cases saves us our well-being. We will be hearing from 3 business partners now. So I want them to unmute themselves. And let's begin with Bonnie Lindsay. Bonnie is a very, very experienced person who's doing well. Where are you, Bonnie? And
Here I
she
am.
is, there we are. Okay, so let me find you here. There you are. Bonnie, tell us what the business has done for you, will you, please? Thank you.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. It's always such a pleasure to be on these Thursday night Zoom calls. I just love them to bits. So welcome to all of you and to any guests that we might have on the call. So Nola's asked me just to share some of the benefits that I've had. Where do I start? I've had so many. Let's look at our health benefits. When I started, my youngest daughter was really ill with asthma. She was a very, very sick little girl. And medically, they just couldn't help her. And it was actually our minister's wife in Maritzburg who said, try and make it on a certain product, which I did. And within a couple of weeks, there was an amazing improvement in her. So I've really realized over these years how if our body is fed correctly, it can heal itself. And it's got me through a couple of fairly recent challenges with my health. And it's been exciting just seeing how our bodies can heal on their own. I'm also grateful because one of the greatest benefits has been it's made us also aware of the importance of being healthy. So my 3 daughters produced 5 grandsons for me. They all have used the products. They all are benefiting from them. So yeah, our products have been a very important part of our lives. It's just something that we really believe in. You know, nobody could ever tell me anything different. I'm unshakable in my belief on the products and very grateful for what they've done for me and for my family. And then the financial benefits, you know, being able to be a stay-at-home mom, that was incredible. You know, I've never had to work for a boss. I've never known working for anybody else as such. So that has given freedom, it's given flexibility. And yeah, it got me and my 3 daughters, basically to where we are now. So financially, this business has really been incredibly beneficial. And then from a personal point of view, I'm by nature a reserved person, and it's really encouraged me to go out and try and connect with people and build relationships, because that's, you know, what our business is largely about. And as a result of that, I've got the most wonderful, wonderful friends. So I think if it wasn't for Neolife, I wouldn't have done that. And my life would have been different. So we've had enormous benefits, of which I'm really grateful for. Thanks, Noel.
That's good, Bon. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I know how Bonnie lives. I know her passion. And it's just wonderful to see her carrying on changing and helping people in their lives. And so now Martin there? Martin is here.
Oh, good afternoon or good evening, South Africans. I love you all.
Martin is
I miss
in America. Welcome, Martin.
And my journey started in February 1980, and I'll never forget that time because I wasn't interested at all, really. But I saw the power of the business, and I thought maybe Barbara could do it, and she was more adventurous than I was. She wanted to be stay at home. She was doing a little bit of working at supermarkets, and so she signed up, and that's where we started. But I made up my mind I'll go with her to all the trainings. And one of the first trainings I went to, one of the trainings was Adventures in Achievement, learning from Jim Rohn. And I was fascinated because I was a total introvert. I didn't want to talk to anybody. Maybe Rory can tell you one day about it. But it's been a journey. And for me, the success in this business is continual growth. At the moment, I'm still reading books. I've got one now, Atomic Habits by James Clear. And if you're not reading and working on yourself, you're never going to achieve anything in life. And that's the cornerstone, I believe, is to become a better you. The other thing that that Neolife gave me and Barbara was travel. We'd never traveled. We never thought we'd be able to afford it, not on our railway salary. And we started, and next minute we had to get our passports ready, and off we were to Spain. And what an awesome time we had there. But the main thing, we met people that started out with nothing and that became millionaires out of the business. And it amazed me the journey these people went. So going to these events are important. We are fortunate to go to a couple of others overseas. I'm not going to go too in depth, but one of them was Israel. I remember a line in the Dead Sea with Rory, which is, I mean, it's instilled in the mind. Imagine working your life 40 years in a company and never experiencing anything like this. The other time we were in Greece, and Barbara and I came in, and who's sitting there talking to two friends was Telly Savalas, Kojak. And Barbara went up to him and we chatted, and he said to her, sit, and I took a photo of her sitting on his lap. And then we telegraphed around the hotel, so everybody came around to have a photo of Telly Savalas. So these are just memories from travel. The other thing, we saved enough money to take our daughters and travel for a period of 6 weeks through Europe and England, which is just amazing. And I know without Neolife, I would have still been sitting on the railways at that time. It's just opened doors. And then health. I've never been really a healthy person. I started when I was young. I started out with bad health. I got bacterial meningitis, and later on I had Bright's disease, kidney problems, and I was never really a strong kid. And even later on in life, I had issues, lung issues. But we were introduced to people like Dr. Don Lawson, the scientists, and these wonderful, wonderful Neolife products. So I've been taking these products now for 44 years. And Barbara and I have just come back from Monday. We went for a full checkup. Our blood work was right. Our blood pressures were 100% correct. Cholesterol, everything. Clean bill of health. So I know these products work, and I've known through some of the tough times I've been through, and I've loaded myself with these products. They work. We've got to give the body what it needs. And so I'm just so grateful for Neolife. The other thing, what Neolife gave us, my daughters left South Africa. They were here, and then Carol eventually got married. She got a little boy, and she brought him to South Africa, and we looked at this little kid and thought, yeah, how are we going to manage with our grandson overseas? And eventually we decided to come across, and I wouldn't have done it if we weren't part of Neolife, because we had a good business. We started, we got bonuses. I know it was not the same as South Africa, but converted, yeah, it was still good. And we've been here now for some time, and I'm just grateful for what Neolife's done for me, but also for others that we share the business with. And I've just spoken with a lady today and heard her story. So I'm excited to go and share Neolife with her, because she wants her life changed around. And one of her ambitions is also to do travel, which she's never, ever done. So that's for me. Yeah, I just, you know, for everybody just to go out and do your best. Work on a system where you force yourself to go out and talk to people, because you never know who you meet. There's somebody yearning for this opportunity. And never give up. Never give up. That's the saying. Our one president in South Africa said, keep on keeping on. And that's what we're doing. Thank you, Nala. Thank you.
Martin, thank you so much. You know, we were talking the other day, and I said, what if you didn't have residual income and you were stuck in South Africa not being able to see your kids? And it was just like, oh, we can't even talk about it. It's too depressing to even think of it. And so, I mean, starting this business, you didn't realize for 1 second that it would give you an out to go and live in another country because of your residual income. And it's just exciting. The opportunities are just beyond measure. It's so exciting. So I want to thank Bonnie. I want to thank Martin. You're just great team members. You're just marvelous. And now we're going to hear from Antoinette. Antoinette, let's hear your story, please. Thank you so much. There we are. Are you ready?
Good evening, everybody. Antoinette Zili from the Dolphin Coast here in South Africa. I've got a quick question for you. Doing what you're doing now, where will you be in 10 years' time? And where would you like to be?
Yeah.
I started off as a math teacher, but soon the salary didn't add up to what I needed. I got involved in the direct selling industry, but having to meet exorbitant targets and being #1 in the country didn't get the bills paid. The stress and the accompanying stomach ulcers drove me to a natural solution. I started taking Trinin and Aloe Vera Plus. And 2 days later, the pain was gone and I was like an energized bunny. It was at that stage that I realized I had to make a change. I took the plunge, I bought a kit. I learned everything I could about the products, the basic products, and the marketing plan. And then I applied the magic formula that brought me success. And I think Bonnie and Martin spoke about that as well. That magic formula is TTP. That means talk to people, help them be healthy, and build your business that way. 20 years later, I'm living a dream of freedom indescribable. Freedom is the word I want to add to that. Residual income has no limits. With Neolife, you get to build a business not only in your area, countrywide, and then international, which means you earn when you sleep. I acquired a holiday home, and then I bought a home across the street from that. So the beach that I frequent is the same beach from a home and from a holiday home. So I basically permanently live on holiday, especially working from home. I've paid off cars. I've put my daughter through university. I've traveled the world. I'm living comfortably. I've got no boss. I'm not trapped in an office. I don't have to beg for holidays. It's freedom in every sense of the word. And the scenery behind me is the sunrise from our holiday home. What is it that you want? Will you do what it takes to make it happen? I'm glad I did. I thank the Lord that I said yes, and I thank him that he brought this opportunity across my path, linking me to an ethical company in an unethical world where I can live according to my ethical standards. and be connected to a family, a Neolife family that helped me succeed. If you want to, this team will help you, support you, teach you, be there for you, take your hand. We're a family and we care. I ask again, where would you like to be in 10 years' time? Set your goal, use Neolife as a vehicle, and get there step by step. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well done. Thanks, Ant. That's tremendous. Now, can we just get back here onto? Thanks, Ant. That was fantastic. Just really good. I'd like to just thank all of our speakers. I'd like to thank Bonnie. I'd like to thank Martin, and I'd like to thank Ant for their great input tonight. And you know, the word family has come up so regularly. The family, it is a Neolife family. In fact, your Neolife family can become closer than your family, often cases. And so just thank you for being with us on this journey for so many years. And, you know, what you've done, the contribution you've made as leaders within the team. And I know it's only just begun. We've got a long way to go and lots to do and many, many lives to transform. So thank you all. I'd like to just mention, you know, we're talking tonight about the plan B, and it's always a good option to have that plan B, and it's never too early to start your plan B. So you've got to get right into that. And Nola touched on it. We are living in really interesting times, and I don't think there's never, ever been as much global uncertainty or distrust or distraction. So we're living in an interesting time, and, you know, life is about what you make what you want to happen. You either let things happen to you or you create the environment you seek. And so what we're talking about tonight is choice. I'm asking you to make a choice tonight, to choose to take control of your life and the future, because I believe that's what we've got in our plan B. So, you know, there's a saying, to make money, you've got to have money, you've got to invest money. That's true to a point. But we're going to show you a very simple plan tonight that will allow you to become part of this incredible Neolife global opportunity and go out and start to achieve some of the things that we've been talking about this evening. And, you know, conventional business is normally risky and involves lots of investment and that sort of thing. Neolife is risk-free, and it's uniquely different to many other businesses, because what you do today, you can actually build up to a generational income as well. So to make money in this business, what you've got to do is find a very simple, duplicatable system that will allow you to duplicate your time and your effort through many, many people. And that's the starting point, finding a company that can actually do that for you. And Neolife, I believe, ticks that box. It's an ethical company based on some wonderful values and principles, and it has stood the test of time. So it's a great, great company, which we're going to ask you to link to. It's got the finest quality products. Nola touched on that. Thank you very much indeed. And it's backed by what I call a brilliant compensation plan, which is fair and equal, and it allows you to build a network in over 50 countries around the world. So there are two basic things that you've got to do. Obviously, first link to the company, and your sponsor tonight the person who invited you to be here tonight will tell you more about that. But the first thing we're going to ask you to do is this. Every household has an economy. And whether it be a large economy or a small economy is immaterial at this stage. But we would like you to change your buying habits of your normal, conventional household things like laundry powders, dishwashing liquids, skincare, etc. There's over 100 products in the range. We find across the range, let's just average that as the average family has a potential usage of approximately $100 of our type of commodity. So let's put 100 in there. And what we're asking you to do is to change your buying habits from supermarkets and pharmacies to getting your products online or on your phone directly from Neolife. That's the first thing we're going to ask you to do. The second thing we're going to ask you to do is to, well, let me just go through one thing here, which might be, how do you change your buying habits? You start to get customers using the products through word of mouth advertising and through an education process. So it's talk to people, as Antoinette said, talk to people about what we've got and what you believe in. And the average family can quite happily do 100 points, this or $100 worth of our type of commodities through that range. The second thing we're going to ask you to do is to go out every month, and I'm going to introduce you to what I call the power of one. Find one other family who is wanting to change their habits as well. And that's the starting point, because this power of one, the duplication process. So the first month, you've done that with your few little customers and your personal usage. You find someone else to do that, that's 2. Next month, you do exactly the same thing. You do your $100 worth of business. That's about 5 products, by the way. And you go out and you introduce another person and you teach. So you get another person and you teach him to get another person. And so it goes on. So month 2, you've got 4. Month 3, you've got 8, and so on. But the interesting thing in this power of one is this. After month 12, you would have over 4,000 people in your team. Now, that is theory, obviously. It is not that easy in practice, but that's the theory of it. The power of one is to use 100 points and find one other family to do the same thing. And that can give you exponential growth. And exponential growth can lead to some really very serious income as well. And the beautiful thing about this is the simplicity of it. It is a simple system. And that means anybody can do it, providing they have the will to do it, the desire to do it, irrespective of your age, irrespective of your education, of your previous experience. Anyone can do this business. And, you know, everyone has needs. It's a question of listening and hearing people's needs. It might be they want to own a home of their own. It might be they need a new vehicle or educate a kid at a decent school. I don't know what your needs are. Travel could be another need. Money in the bank might be a need. I don't know what your needs are. But, you know, the beautiful thing is about it is no matter what your needs, this business will allow you to achieve it over time. I know this plan works. The question is, can you do it or do you want to do it? That's what we're talking about tonight. So as per the testimonies that you heard tonight, people who've adopted the Neolife program and applied it have done well. You know that little saying, KISS, keep it simple and straight. That's how it works. Keep to what we teach you, keep it simple and straight. And I'm going to encourage you tonight to get back to the person who actually invited you onto this talk. And they will give you the details, the nitty-gritty of it, but they'll give you a website. You can go into the website, you can connect tonight and get your own business going. And today is the first day of the rest of your life. I encourage you to have the strength of character to change. Let's forget, don't leave your life in the hands of someone else. They don't worry about your future. Take control of your own destiny, adopt a plan B, and run with it. So from us all tonight, thank you very much indeed. It's been great having you on board tonight. And I just wish you well and have a great month of June.